mumukṣorbuddhirālambamantareṇa न vidyate nirālambaiva niṣkāmā buddhirmuktasya sarvadā. The intellect of one who aspires for liberation cannot function without a supporting object. But the desireless intellect of the liberated one is, indeed, ever without any support. Intellect desiring or aspiring for liberation. In such cases, the subject is the one who is aspiring for liberation, and his object is the desired goal of aspiration, which is realization. He uses his intellect to focus on the object of meditation, the God or the Self. Self is realized on transcending the intellect, but here he uses his intellect to keep meditating on Self, keeping the Self as an object away from him, trying to attain the object. Like in an earlier verse, we understood that mind can never be transcended using the mind. Same here. Intellect can never be transcended to realize Self by using the intellect itself. Now about the man of wisdom, desireless intellect. About the man of wisdom, what Ashtavakra says, desireless intellect of the liberated one is ever without any support. The sadhaka, when he reaches the ultimate stage and turns to as seer, he goes beyond his intellect. Once intellect is transcended, there is no faculty with which he can focus or meditate on the object Self. When all faculties at human level are transcended, one realizes the Self within the cave of his heart. For him who has realized Self and abiding in Self, there is no object of meditation, there is no meditator, and there is no meditation. No support is required for the existence of the liberated one. He is the substratum support for the entire creation existing as Self. Let's look at the commentary. This would be a brief talk only. Chinmayananda ji writes, the desire for liberation is a mighty power to be used by a student in his early days of spiritual sadhana. It maintains the student in the spiritual field, encourages him to pursue the path of meditation. But here the teacher Ashtavakra is pointing out to a stage in meditation wherein even this anxiety to realize the self is a shackle that ties him down to the relative field of his intellect. One who aspires for liberation is the one who has not yet gained the self, and therefore is still an ego living in the field of subject-object experiences. Whereas the liberated one has cleansed his intellect of even this desire to liberate, and therefore he is in his meditation without any support in as much as he is the self. We may meditate upon the self, but the fulfillment of meditation is in the direct experience of the self, wherein the experiencer and the experienced are not two factors. To be awakened to the self is to be the self. The dreamer, when he awakes, he becomes the very wake. Unquote. Till the time the meditation with pure sattvic intellect cannot be undermined, its importance cannot be ignored at all, because till the penultimate stage in the path towards realization, of course one has to exercise his pure sattvic intellect, and in the nididhyasanam he has to meditate on the object of meditation, Brahman. He has to meditate on the Mahavakyas. He has to meditate on Aham Brahmasmi, I am that self. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupaha. But when and if he is blessed to realize self in the same birth, and when that momentless moment comes, and when he really experiences the self, then after that, few who have been his friends or known to him, who have not traveled to the level in dhyana where the sadhaka has traveled to exist as seer now, or those who do not know about him, they will ask him to share about his meditation. They will ask him to share how was the meditation, and they will say to others, no, don't disturb him, he is in deep meditation. Or they may say he is thinking of God, Ramakrishna, etc. and they would ask him, how is your experience in meditation? What were you meditating upon? Few times people have asked him also this question. If he gives the correct answer, they may not be able to comprehend or appreciate. So he would just smile and keep quiet. Because when the intellect has been transcended, and when you have become one with self, indivisible self, then how is it possible that you will be meditating upon yourself? Not possible. When you have realized self, the meditation finds its fulfillment. Then when your eyes close, you are one with self, and you are in that kaivalya, aloneness of self sthiti. Where there is nothing other than you at all. At that stage, you as self is a support for the ashraya, support for the entire creation. You as self illumine yourself and illumine the entire creation as self. To ask such a realized Jivan Mukta on what you are meditating or what has been your experience is in meditation is like asking the sun, how is your inner experience getting the radiance of sun? How can the sun answer? Because it is the source for the radiance. It is the source for the entire sunshine, for the entire creation. What it will have experience about itself. That is what is explained in this verse. This has to be experienced in the seat of meditation. All these verses, the essence. Otherwise, again, they will be listened at intellectual level and forgotten. That is not the purpose of Ashtavakra Gita. Hari Om Tat Sat.